we can talk about it when we finish. We'll do an hour tonight. And,
Yeah.
right, well, we're live now on air. Self and Paul Howard here hosting the show tonight. Paul's host for Ghosts, South Coast Ghosts, also Power Nation. We do all the events, and I help on the investigations. Come and check us out. Come and join us sometime. Under one umbrella, we're PUPI, Para-unified-Paranormal-Investigators, complete non-profit making, non-confrontational, no politics, no one-upmanship. We're here purely to be friends, help others, make new friends, and so forth. If you're joining us live, thank you. If you're watching it on record, also thank you. If you listen very closely, you may pick up some ghosts on the live stream. As in last week, we've had a confirmation of whom it was and slowed down. So we had a woman say hello, I think, Paul, last week, didn't we?
We did, yeah. Yeah, about 1 hour and 12 minutes or something into it. I thought I heard someone. I said to you, did anybody else hear that?
Yeah, you said at the time.
I knew I heard someone say hello or something like that. And I thought, was that someone coming on the live saying hello? But we were already on there, all of us. And then I thought, I'm going to go back and check it out. And when I checked it back, you can actually hear it. It says, hello. And I'm like, what?
He says hello.
And that's not the first time it's happened either, is it?
No, we've had it a few times.
Yeah, very interesting, really. Because obviously last week we were talking about time travel, weren't we? And what's happened to all sorts of us. And yet, you know, suddenly that voice came in, you know, and I'd say it's not the first time it's happened either. So
far from it.
Interesting.
Anyway, I'm back from the Ostrich Inn. Paul didn't manage to join us, further commitments and so forth. Next time, try and join us, Paul. It was right up your street.
Right.
It's built in 1109. The main events happened there in the 14th century.
Yeah.
And we had upstairs until the bar area was closed. I mean, you can wander up and down if you want to, but we were exclusive. We had the main function room, which was very active. I've got some another group that was with us that night. They had some extreme tables, a brand new table.
Nice.
And we've got some orbs, some energy balls. We had room number 10, which is at the front of the kitchen, and we also had room number 11, or the blue room. Now, room number 11 is the room which is responsible for at least 60 deaths, 60 people's deaths at least. In the 14th century, it was built in 1109, and it was on the site of a hospice previous to that. There was a hospice there, and it was built on that site and called the Ostrich, which is a manipulation of hospice. That's what it's called, the Ostrich.
Yeah.
And a corruption of the word, basically. Now, when the Germans took it over in the 14th century, husband and wife, they were very greedy and they wanted wealth and so forth. And they obviously had the highwaymen coming through, which was quite wealthy as well. And they knew where they made their money from. And instead of being highwaymen, they thought, what's the next best step? So it was very cool. I mean, this is the 14th century. I mean, 1300.
Yeah.
And they, room number 11, they had a double 4-poster bed.
Right.
And it was on, the mattress was on a tilt. So anybody that they wished to put in that room or sleep in, they went downstairs, pulled some pins out, and the bed tilted up with a trap door, and people went straight through the trap door into a vat of boiling water below.
Yeah.
And that's how they murdered their victims. They then, okay, Luke, mate. They then disposed of the bodies in the brook just down the road.
Yeah.
And robbed them of all their wealth. Now, the story goes that they got caught on the last murder, which was a Thomas Cole. Now, Thomas, there was a lot of activity the other night, and I'll be honest, I had a lot coming through to me in the sensitive side of the mediumship, if you like. And Thomas Cole was with me quite a bit during the night, but I never actually got a chance to bring him up to everybody and for him to everybody.
Yeah.
But Thomas Cole kept telling me he didn't have a horse, he had a donkey. Now, it's written in history and in the research that his horse was recognised by some other people because it was a travelling salesman or something like that. He'd visited the ostrich a number of times before, become quite close friends with the Germans, and he can't believe that they murdered him for his money. And he's very angry, but he told me they've got it wrong. It was a donkey. Now, I've done a little bit of research over the period today on and off.
Yeah.
And a lot of stories are saying he had a donkey, and that is how the donkey got recognised, because it was very odd at the time for somebody to have a donkey to travel with.
Yeah.
So,
Interesting.
Yeah, I'm going to do a little bit more into that.
Yeah, that'd be interesting, wouldn't it?
We had actually some nice spirits. There was obviously a lot coming through that were lost, and they didn't know what was happening. And these were the people.
It's a very old town, though. Combrook. It's in Combrook, isn't it? In the middle of Combrook High Street.
Yeah.
Combrook was the river.
Yeah, well, that's the river where they used to dispose of bodies.
Yeah. It's a river Colne, isn't it?
Yeah, and
nice.
Very interesting place, because you've got all the names and so forth. But throughout the night, I mean, we did have quite a lot of activity. Everybody got something.
Nice.
I think I can talk for everybody that we had 20 guests.
Yeah.
There was 3 of us staff, and June and Neil and myself.
Yeah.
And we really didn't have to do much. Everybody really looked after themselves. I don't join in as the others, obviously, because it can be said that we're manipulating the experiment.
Yeah.
And well, the guy that hosted it, he was pushing the.
Yeah.
We had a guy called Andrew join us. He hasn't been for a couple of years, and Julia introduced me to him at the beginning of the night, and he got picked for the human pendulum in room 10. And we had Mrs. Jarman come through him. And we had a really, really stonking conversation going through. Do you regret it? No.
Nice.
After that, we went to room 11, went back to room 10, and had cat balls constantly going off. So much so, I moved one of the cat balls because I thought, no, this is too much. If I move it up onto the wall, it's going to stop going off.
Yeah.
Because it's on a unit somehow, so I'm debunking it. So I put it on this wall shelf where solid and whatever, and just carried on doing exactly the same. There was no change in it at all, plus the fact I moved its position.
And that's in room 11, is that?
That was room 10.
Oh, room 10, right.
Now, I think room 10 had more in it than room 11.
Oh, wow.
I think room 11 is more like a cemetery, yeah?
Right.
You know, for activity. But at the end of the night, it was quite interesting because we didn't leave there till 11:30 yesterday.
Yeah.
We slept over.
All right.
And through circumstances and whatever, one member of staff, we had the rooms till 11 in the morning.
Right.
And we knew that, but obviously people have got to get back and so forth. And,
Sure.
you know, if you've got car shares and things like that, that car is essentially tied. But we had a member of staff at the last minute that couldn't make it. And we went, well, we can stay. And I mean, the Ostrich Inn is reputedly Britain's most haunted pub.
Right.
It's the third oldest pub in Britain, isn't it?
Yes. Yeah.
Room number 11 is supposed to be. It has actually got a little feel in it. I won't bullshit. It really has.
Yeah.
And I mean, we had the Ouija board going off. I had a woman, Beatrice, come through. I will be making a short up of an episode on some great video evidence. I've looked through some this morning. I'm still going at the minute. I got room 11.
Oh dear.
And to be honest, I mean, some of the guests didn't leave till 1:30. And I went out and I was having a vape, and Julie and Neil were saying people, and it was just a nice little nap. Everybody clicked and they all got on.
Right.
It was lovely. I'd like to thank everybody that came the other night that's watching this. You really were a great crowd, and I hope to see it some more Power Nation events. I really do, and I mean that. And I didn't really want people to go. I would have loved to, but obviously the hotel wouldn't have for insurance purposes. But we went back up to the main function room, and I put my ghost meter with a brand spanking new battery in up the room. Now, previous to this, we've had laser grids from other groups with fully charged batteries previously in that night, and they just went flat. Here's one for you. In the room, I've walked in, see if I can help or whatever, and they're all doing fabulously fine. And the table's spinning around or whatever. They've got a laser grid up. They've got K2 meters. K2 meters were constantly hitting 3s and 4s and whatever. And anyway, table tipping stopped. Everybody went, wow, that's brilliant. That's amazing. And one guy went, I don't believe it. What did that? You just seen it? Yeah. Well, I think it's you. Okay. And he wasn't being nasty. He was just being skeptical, which is good, healthy.
Yeah.
I'm so happy when you get someone like that, because it brings you down that level, so you look yourself that bit harder, I believe. Anyway, that's what I mean. And they went, well, try it on your own. And he went, yeah. And it was moving a little bit on its own. And they went, use some more energy. Every battery in that room went flat. Every battery in that room. The laser grid things, they had a red, a blue, and a green shining on the same wall. All three batteries went flat at the same time.
Something strong there, then.
All the K2 meters went flat.
Right.
So you could say, yeah, laser pens, okay, same lasers, different colours. Different colours do actually take different amounts of power. But let's just say the same exact battery, and they all go flat at the exact same time. Yeah, there's a, look, K2 meters are 9-volt batteries for a start. They're not 18650s. Yeah,
Yeah.
they're different batteries, different currents. I mean, an 18650 is about 10.6 volts. They're 9 volts. They went flat as well. So and then the table started moving again. So later on in the night, I'm sat in the same room, and we've got the lights off and so forth. And it's like the GoPro went off a few times. We're like, and I've got the camera on it, and we're listening, and we just sat there, and we could hear footsteps, could hear breathing, and there was only like 4 of us in the room, and everybody was asleep and gone. So it wasn't like loud, but it was there, definitely there. And after about 40 minutes, now let's go to bed. And that moment in time, all that time I've been sat there, I'm like, I've got to sleep in room 11. I'm like, no, anything but room 11, yeah. But then I'm also thinking room 10, as you go in, the bathroom's on the left, but it's not open plans. Right. It's just got a partition. Right. And when we were in there, we could hear something moving in the bathroom. So at the same time, I'm thinking, well, room 10's actually bloody worse. So I'm lucky I've got room 11, but I still don't want to do it. But how can I not sleep in room 11? Yeah? And then in the morning, everybody's going to go, I didn't think you were scared of anything. No. Yeah. Anyway, I've got it. 2 night vision cameras up, one on the bed, one from the door facing upwards, so they're crossing, yeah? So I've got every part of the room covered up. Haven't looked at the footage yet, but I'm sure there was something on in there. Got in bed, turned the lights out. I think. Oh, who's that? Somebody said hi. If you put your name next to the comments, because we can't see, that's all we can see, whoever it is, yeah. Anyway, if it hadn't been for the old cellar, is right next door, right? So the chiller's on top of the roof, keeping the wine in the vehicle. If it hadn't been for that, to give me something to annoy me, keep me awake, I think I'd have probably gone insane with the silence. Do you know what I mean? Because it was eerie quiet in that room, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was eerie quiet. It's like going in one of these haunted woods and you cannot get a bird. I'm laying on the bed, whatever. I was that tired. I've been up since 5 o'clock anyway. So I just went to sleep.
Did you not leave a lock off in the hallway?
No, I left it all in the bedroom, mate. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. So the lock offs were on what was happening in that bedroom. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was. I haven't looked through it yet. As I say, I will look through it. I'm looking forward to looking through it. Yeah.
Yeah. Interesting.
Well, yeah, because as I say, it was proper eerie in that bloody bedroom. Oh, it's Debbie Ralph. Oh no, Samantha Ayres and Debbie's on. Oh, hi you guys.
Hi, welcome to the group.
Yeah. Good to have you in. Yeah. So anyway, I woke up with normal time, 6 o'clock in the morning. Laid there for another hour. Thought I'll look around the room, watch around the room, and it didn't really. There was something in there, but it didn't feel sinister. But I did have a sinking feeling, like it was going to drop. Do you know what I mean? And I didn't say that at the time, but I did have it. I really did have it. I felt like, whoa, like on a roller coaster sort of thing, yeah. Anyway, I went to have breakfast and whatever, and Yeah, I think we partied to about 11:30 yesterday morning. And it was beautiful and sunny. It was 30 degrees. Took the Saab up. So I pressed the button, the roof door dropped back and everything, and we've got in it. Gone to the shop and got some nice pictures of the ostrich, the little shop up the road. Known to your mum. Just nice pictures and whatever.
Oh, nice, yeah.
The shop, yeah. An old clock in the.
Yeah, nice.
That was nice.
Yeah.
Nice. West Brighton. That's room 11.
All right, yeah.
Right.
Wow.
So there was something. I know there was something there. But I mean, a lovely shower.
Right.
It's been done up properly. But I mean, even looking at the pictures, you can feel it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, there's where is it? We got some table tipping on the phone.
Nice. Nice.
Hi, Gemma. Gemma's joined us.
Hey, Gemma. Welcome.
Hi.
Nice to see you in here. So what did you get, Luke?
On the staircase, Dan was telling us about Beatrice, and I felt like someone brushing past my elbow.
Yeah, that's right. You did, didn't you?
I thought it was my mum, but it wasn't.
Did you pick up on who it was, though, Luke?
Yeah, it was Beatrice. So Dan was talking.
In room 11, there's a group in there. They've got the board out.
Yeah.
And it was moving a little bit. And all of a sudden, this woman came to me. Now, she'd already came to me before we started, before guests arrived. I've been coming up the stairs and went, there's a woman here and she's running there. Yes, Jen, I did, yes. There's a couple you sent through, weren't there? Tag it on the chat so anybody else in the chat can get it. Anyway, I'm like, she didn't want to scare people. She's saying sorry. She's like, anyway, I've gone into room and we've got guests there and they're working away and so forth. And I said, oh, this woman's come through with this. And I'm like, Beatrice, is it you? And he went, yes. I went, oh, right, okay, love, thank you. I said, you showing me yourself when you were 28? Yes. I went, it was your, yes. Anyway, would you like to show the ladies where you are on the stairs? Yes. Boom, boom, boom. Anyway, we kind of got carried out. We've been talking to her about 15 minutes. Then we all went out with another group, and Julie was there and whatever. We're all in this one little peak where you could feel you could just feel something. What? So we got caught up, and then later on, as we went outside, it was so hot. Oh, it was so hot.
Very hot, yeah.
And there was no air, there was no wind. The windows were open, and there was, with all that together. I mean, you've got to expect it, yeah. And the bar downstairs and whatever.
It's quite a narrow high street, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
So the temperature's trapped between it because it's quite close, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's not a very wide road.
Going past and whatever. And anyway, we kept going outside for regular breaks and whatever to get a bit of fresh air. And on the way out, she stopped me. She actually stopped me to tell me the story. And what it was is the first time she wanders around quite happy because nobody can see her. Very few people can see her. And then this one time she was at the bottom of the stairs looking into the bar. And she became conscious of this woman staring at her. And she suddenly realised that she could actually see her.
Yeah.
So the woman looked a bit scared. So she's like walking towards us. So she's run up the stairs straight into the women's toilet and just vanished. And anyway, yeah, thanks for the like. If anybody's watching this, give us some likes and whatever, please. It all helps to get our show out to other people and shows us we're doing something authentic. If you can give us a like, please, guys. Anyway, then she says, again, it happened again. I'm like, what? Now, on the drive up, I said to Angela, I said, there's a toilet and there's a mirror towards the stairwell. I said, I don't know. Anyway, we've they sure enough looked in these women's toilets on the stairwell. There's this mirror. I'm like, my God, that's the mirror. That's the one I've seen. And she started telling me, and I could see the dress, she had a purple and a grey dress on, and she was really, really pretty. Really nice girl as well. And anyway, she said the second time, she said, I was standing looking at myself in the mirror. And I'm like, can you do that? She said, I've seen mirrors and things like that. She says, I'm looking into the mirror. And I came aware of a woman in the hallway, that was staring at me. But she said all she could see was my face in the mirror. She couldn't see my body out of the mirror. She could only see me looking back at her in the mirror. Me looking at myself and me looking at her. So she said I terrified the woman. She said, and I turned around to try and tell her, because and she just burst into tears. And she said, I'm really sorry. I didn't mean to scare her. I said, it's all right, love. It's okay. And my God, I'm like, this is surreal. And then Luke felt a brush past him.
Yeah, twice. Yeah.
Twice.
Yeah, twice. Yeah.
What, on the same stairs or somewhere different?
Yeah, on the same stairs.
What, as if she's going up and then coming down, or going down, or what?
I don't know, like coming up twice for some reason. Very strange.
And she never spoke to you or said anything to you then?
No, just brushing past me elbow like a dress or something.
Did you do any EVPs?
Oh yeah, I tried to. Then the battery went dead.
Another battery's gone dead.
Yeah.
Oh wow! Did you take spare batteries, or is it rechargeable?
No, I didn't take none. No, I forgot.
Oh,
I didn't know how to do that.
You need to take spares with you, bud.
Yeah.
So you didn't catch any voices or anything then, because it drained the battery.
I tried to. It died straight away.
Did you try it on your phone?
No, I didn't. I didn't know it works, but I thought it works better on the recorder, really.
Yeah, it does, but your phone also has a voice recorder on it, and it will pick it up because your phone records at a different frequency to your portable one.
Oh, I didn't realise. Yeah.
So if your batteries go on your portable one, use your phone.
Yeah, I'll do it next time.
Yeah, because as I say, it records on a different frequency.
Yeah.
So it gives you half a chance to capture something. Did anybody do any AVPs, or was there anything caught?
Not sure, really.
I keep meaning to, Paul, and I forget every single time. Every single time. I've got 3 voice recorders. I know where one is. I've got that much recording equipment, that many different video cameras, still cameras, bridge cameras, SLR cameras, semi-pro video cameras, professional video cameras, literally, I must have over £12,000 worth of camera equipment
Blimey.
that I've collected and built up, and tripods and lights and things like that.
Yeah.
In future times, what I'm going to do is I'm going to expand the channel a little bit, and I'm going to start making episodes of when we do an investigation. So I think other people are interested to see, because we assume that they know how we've driven up, well, when we've got there, what we've done beforehand, and so forth. They don't know any of that. They just see a couple of bits on YouTube. So what time are they going for? So my plan is that, in the beginning, I'm going to sort of like get us outside the place, camera on us, do a little talk on the building and so forth, and and what our plans are, what our intentions are, and then go inside and do the video, and then do a sort of catch up afterwards. Yeah, at the end of the night. But of course, we'll have to get there like an hour earlier or something like that. Yeah. So I've got all the lights and everything, so I can, turn the lights on so it illuminates you instead of the building. I've got the proper videos or whatever. It's just getting the time to do it, mate.
Yeah. That's the issue, isn't it? It's always down to time.
Did your little camera come yet?
No, not yet. I'm still waiting for it to arrive.
No, it's a little catch, isn't it? That's a little catch.
Yeah, it was. See, the other thing to do is I've often wondered if you could get a venue where you could go in there a couple of days before and put some lock-offs in there and just leave them.
Yeah,
and then pick them up on the night of the investigation.
Yeah, I mean, you would have to put it onto a USB charger in the wall for one.
Yeah.
Also, you'd have to probably nip in there and change the ESD card a couple of times, because 30 gigs is going to give you about 12 hours. Yeah. So, that sort of, unless you get like a GoPro, which will take 264, and the 264 card for 100 quid anyway.
And then use that like a trap camera that I have, where it switches itself on and off with movement and sound.
Yeah. I've got two here actually.
Yeah, I've got a few here. They're really good.
Oh, they're brilliant. We bought them last year to capture whatever wildlife comes in the back garden. We keep forgetting to get out tonight.
Yeah, they're brilliant, aren't they?
They are brilliant. They are. They're just super. But you've got to learn how to set them up as well, sensitivity and
you've got to spend a bit of time with them. Yeah.
Yeah. It's not
that's the track camera that I caught the video here on.
Yeah.
When I first got the new one with the screen, because I got one with the built-in screen inside it.
Yeah.
And that was that first night I got it out of the box and charged it up and put the batteries in it, thinking, and then I started to read about setting it up, and I'm thinking, oh my, do I want 1080p, 720? So I'll just put it on 1080p. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one.
I thought I'd put it on 1080p.
I've got one on my desk here. The stuff I've got on my desk here alone, it's just like, like 3 GJL Mavic charger battery,
yeah,
multiple mobile telephones, found me Zoom, look.
Yeah,
found me Zoom, tablet, a tablet. And down here is an iPad.
You got more than curries, you have, mate.
This is just on my desk. Yeah. And then
I'll tell you a quick question for you, Darren. See if you can work it out.
Yeah.
Or Luke. Are you listening, Luke?
Yeah, of course I am, yeah.
Right. Have you ever seen the time on a clock go backwards and then go forward?
I think I have actually.
Not
Many
really.
years ago. Many years ago, mate.
Did you?
I've seen it be stuck before though.
That's it. Yeah, same as my one.
Hey, look at that. I've
Good,
got it.
good camera.
I've got it.
But that was my track camera I left at Dora's friends. My expensive one. You know, the one she wiped.
Yep.
She took the card out and wiped it, didn't she?
Screen inside it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
I thought I had batteries in there. I obviously haven't. Where have they all gone? Oh well.
Probably all on your desk.
Mate, honestly, it's not easy in here. It's just not easy.
So what else did you get, Luke? What experiences did you have? Talk us through your Saturday night.
The cat ball that I run. No.
Oh yeah.
No one hasn't been like touched before, and it actually worked quite well in this place.
Nice.
Surprised by that it got touched there quite a lot. And then there's the bit in the bathroom. There's like a man, and he's like all like kind of like scruffy looking and stuff. And I noticed he had like his leg like was all snapped and all broken. That's what I sensed when I was looking at the bathroom. Very eerie.
But you would have had highwaymen in there, like Darren was saying earlier. You would have had highwaymen all around in that area, because you think that's the main run into London, really.
Yeah.
Which is like what your M4 is into London, would have been your main route for your highwaymen, wouldn't it? Because you had forest, would have been full of forest, wouldn't it?
I think we sent different things as well.
Sorry, I missed that. What was that, mate?
We sense different things. Darren saw the man in there, but he didn't like no description, I think. But I did.
So you just felt his description, or did you actually see him?
I could see it in my mind what he looked like. It's like
and what was he dressed like then?
I don't know. Like he wasn't smart or scruffy like you'd have a home, really. I think he's like a traveller after wanting to bed for the night.
What, like a salesman sort of thing, him selling stuff? Or?
No, homeless, I think. Like homeless sort of type.
Okay. So was he smartly dressed then, or?
No, it was all quite dirty clothes, dirty clothes, really.
And did he give you a name? Did he give a name?
No, I just sent them standing there in the corner watching.
Right. And what else did you get up to? What in the other rooms?
Don't know. We got a little bit, but it felt really hot most of the time, so I had to get a lot of breaks.
That's interesting, Gemma. So you can't get a video on here, but my EMF moved when I asked, could they move it towards the ball? Nice. There's quite strong energy in them rooms then.
Yeah, there was.
Sounds like you had quite a bit going on.
I think everybody got something. I mean, some places I've been to, I turn around and say, no, it's not haunted. It's your imagination. But yeah, that's haunted. The ostrich is haunted.
Well, if you think if it's one of the oldest ones in Britain, it's got to be some sort of residual, if not intelligent energy left in there. They don't all just dissipate over the years, does it?
There's both in there.
Yeah.
So, but Ben, have you got any more AA batteries?
No.
Well,
There's 2 AA batteries.
that's very interesting, Gemma, really. That must have been either a spirit was really close into your K2 and the cat ball, or there was some sort of energy build in that room that was causing that to happen. So that was interesting.
I felt like it was more haunted in the daytime, to be honest.
Did you?
The earlier it was, the more we got, I think.
But you think though it would have been busy during the daytime, more so during the day than it would have been at night, with travellers going backwards and forwards, and people going about their business, because it's a very old village, Conbrook.
Yeah.
And it's named after the River Colne, the River Colne. And it was a brook to really that actually moved. Yeah, I'm not surprised.
That was in room 10. And, apparently they drew a circle around it. They didn't like it.
Well,
Neil
circles normally a walled off things, isn't it? You do a salt circle, don't you?
That's a good point. Perhaps that happened to him. Perhaps the circle warded it off.
Yeah. Because you think, to ward off things.
Now here is a milestone in Luke Sturgess' life.
Well done, Luke.
A woman to agree with him. Thank you, John.
Yeah, take that on the chin, because that'll be the last time that'll happen.
Yeah, I've got one of my new friend watching on here tonight.
You got what, mate?
One of my new friend watching on here tonight.
Who's that then?
Samantha.
So if you give her a shout out then.
Yeah, I don't know.
Say welcome to the Paranormal Monday Live. What is her name? Samantha.
Samantha, yeah.
So you should say welcome, Samantha. If you're on here, leave us a comment. Welcome to the live.
Yeah, welcome to the live, Samantha. Feel free to comment on here.
Yeah. You got to invite these people. Who was she, Luke? Was she there Saturday night, or
no?
Someone you've known?
I met her on the internet.
Okay, that's good. But you should always mention her, because she's made the effort.
Yeah.
If she wants to come on and chat about the paranormal. Oh, you're the Facebook user. Welcome, Samantha.
Yeah, you're welcome to join us. In fact,
if you put your name on the end of your comments, we'll know who we're talking to, so we can address you properly.
This is how unfriendly this group is, yeah. We're all friendly people on here, Samantha.
Did she go with you Saturday night, Luke?
No, I haven't met her in person yet.
Oh, okay, cool.
I've known her that long yet.
Well, thing is, Gemma, if there's a lot of energy in that room, that can happen. It can make things move. Whether it was someone that had a bit of a connection with yourself, maybe, and it liked your energy and you're a good person, which you are. Sometimes they will do that for you, but it is quite untrue when you see it, because you think your eyes are playing tricks. You thought, how can it move? It can't move. But you look at that one in the silk mill that came off the step and bounced across the floor and into the corner. I mean, how do you explain that one?
That was just, that was good. That was.
That's what we go looking for every weekend, isn't it?
Well, that's just the holy grail.
We were just so lucky to catch it, and even when it went quiet, and I said to Dora, "Put your video on, because I think something's going to happen." When you get that feeling, Darren, when something's building, it goes that very, very still, doesn't it? Very quiet, very still. You must feel it, Luke, and you think something's happening because it's gone quiet. The atmosphere is very still, isn't it?
Yes,
yeah. And then what you've got to do, right, is you've got to decide you're going to retire and buy yourself a van like mine and convert it, and then next year we'll go up to Scotland, mate.
Yeah, like that.
And we'll go up St Glenn's, Passa Glencoe. If you want to feel something building, mate, Modern Battlefield, Inverary Jail. I mean, like a good couple of weeks,
Yeah.
A good couple of weeks, couple of motorhomes, and we'll just hit it. But there's also places you can just pull off at the side of the road and do as well.
Nice.
And things like that. Up there, you've obviously got the Scottish Heritage Trust. You've got like Edsall Castle and all daytime locations. Yeah. that it's a different level of eeriness. It really is.
Yeah.
Um,
It's that sudden still moment, isn't it? When nothing.
Sort it out. You know, there's no reason that we can't all have a go at this. You know, I mean,
What we should do as a group is go up to the Redale Fort in Harwich.
Yeah, well, I think we've got to do that. Yeah. I think we've got to do that.
Yeah. All of us go up just as a group. We don't have to take guests, do we? Just as our group. You know, with Julia and Neil and whatever.
And I mean, that is a very haunted place. We don't need a huge group. 10 of us can have that for the night. And the most expensive thing's going to cost us if we want to stay over for the night. But I think we should have a look at what we can do up there and so forth.
Because you could also do Harwich Fort, the Redale Fort. You could also do Langard, which is in Felixstowe, which sits opposite across the channel to the Harwich one. I've been into the Langard Fort. That is, really creepy. That one. It's Langard Fort. It's called. It's right on the edge.
Well, experience with the paranormal. I mean, keep watching the lives and go onto our YouTube channel and whatever, South Coast Ghosts. You will see some things on there. I will be doing some lives as well, the same as Paul will be doing lives on Host for Ghosts when we meet up at locations. Unfortunately, I've got a 40th birthday party this week. We'd have probably all headed down to Waverley Abbey again, which is what area of the country do you live in? What's your area? What's your region?
Where does she live, Luke?
I think it was London area.
London? That's not too far away then.
No.
For training it, get a train.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to join us one evening, feel free. You're always welcome.
Everybody's welcome, aren't they?
Yeah, everybody's welcome on this group. All nice people. You see how welcoming we are. And it's just a pleasure to get together. I mean, driving up, I had an hour and 45-minute drive to the ostrich the other night on the afternoon, and I sat there in the car thoroughly enjoying the drive for one because the weather was beautiful.
Yeah,
roof down or whatever, but thoroughly looking forward to catching up with my buddies because I hadn't seen them for a week. That's just what we are, love. That's what we are. But I was a bit upset that a few of my mates weren't there, and that's true. Yeah, because we all get along so great. We've all found each other.
Yeah.
By the power. I mean, I started South Coast Ghosts in 2007, and one of my dreams was always to have what we've got now.
Yeah.
And so launching PUPI a couple of years back now, and then obviously I met Paul a few years prior, and then we sort of got back in contact. And I said to Paul, "Hey, well, I've got this group PUPI. Why don't we just sort of we keep our own groups, but we're all as one?" And as I say, I've wanted this for years, and now we're there. Well, we're almost there. We've got our foundations, so we're building on it, and it's the power of love.
Yeah.
So I take that Samantha.
Yeah, I think it'll be
superb.
I mean, everybody's welcome to come if we go, even when we do free events to Waverley and places like that. Everybody's welcome. Even if you're new to the paranormal, you can ask questions and we'll answer things for you. Darren's got many years of experience in the paranormal side and the psychic side as well. So, don't be afraid to ask questions. as I say, if we don't know the answer, we'll find someone that does know the answer. You know, last week we had an interesting talk about time travel, and it was surprising how many people have actually felt, seen, or had something happen when you start to talk about time travel. And you know, maybe we just pick a subject one week and we talk about it. You know, but but everybody's welcome. It doesn't matter the ability. It doesn't matter whether you're a top team or a new beginner. But
well,
then,
I was just going to say this on a follow-up to you, Paul.
Yeah.
Have you got something, a subject, you guys, that are watching this live or watching it on a recording? Have you got something that you want us to discuss? Have you got questions? Have you put them in the comments? Myself and Paul and Luke will go through the comments, and we've got our own private chat, and we'll confer over the week, and maybe we'll talk about the subject that you're. I can't promise we know about it, but your subject, we'll talk about it.
we could talk about equipment if you want to know about equipment. You know, we could talk about our own experiences during the paranormal side. And, you know, we have many years of experience. And, you know, if you're not sure about something or you want to know a little bit more about it, come and join us. Come and speak to us. You know, even if you know more than we do, we'd be much pleasantly to listen to someone telling us about their experiences and their paranormal journey. You know, we say about ours. Come along and tell us your journey, isn't it?
We want to listen to other people as well.
Yeah. That's what the idea of this is about. Is, like you say, para-unity, where people can come on there. Don't feel intimidated by anybody. Nobody's bigger than anybody else. Nobody knows more than anybody else. You know, come on and talk about other groups if you know other groups. To get them to come on and talk about their investigations over the weekend. We're not scouting for venues. We're just interested in everybody paranormal or supernatural as well. If you want to know about UFOs, and you know, I'm sure we know, or Darren knows someone that will talk about UFOs. We know someone that talk about haunted dolls. You know, there's myself that knows a bit about time travel, and you know, so it's very interesting. Very interesting.
Well, you know, UFOs is a very interesting point that I think everybody's interested in. Do they? Don't they exist? But where I live now, we take the bikes normally on over the. I live by a common. We take our bikes normally. I'm busting my right knee, so I haven't instigated bike rides as much as I would. But we normally take our bikes down to the Memorial Garden and then sit there for a while. The kids muck around their bikes, go down to the shore and so forth. And then we ride down to the Thatched House pub and then ride home. And sometimes in the dark, in the summer, you know, like 11:30 at night. It's beautiful. But we've been here 4 years now, and my mate lives up what we call the hill, Portsdown Hill. And a very good friend of mine, Justin. And I always see two helicopters. If you watched Airwolf, them Panasonic helicopters.
Oh yeah.
Fly down Langston Harbour, and then within 5-10 minutes they'll both fly back. And I can guarantee that within 24 hours you're going to see some strange lights in the sky. Now the brilliant thing is, because Justin lives on the hill and he can oversee Portsmouth, and I can see up above the hill, we've sort of got it covered.
Yeah.
So we text each other on the phone. And I'll text him, Airwolf helicopters out, keep your eyes open. So he'll start going further into his back garden for a smoke at night so he can look up. And we both confer to each other the same stories, the same events, the same. Like, I'll hear a bang, I'll look up near him and I'll see a light in the sky. And I'll say, there's light above your house, Justin. And go, yeah, just to the west a bit. It's moving towards you. Can you see it? Like, yeah, I can see it. Yeah, it's near here. Then all of a sudden, it just goes, boom, gone. A couple of years ago, we were over the oyster beds. Very interesting. There was, it was all closed. it is what it says. It was where they used to breed the oysters years ago. They don't anymore. They had a house on one of the little islands, actually, oyster beds keeping house. Anyway, right, we did an investigation at Knoll, 3 of us. We had a lot of bad stuff happen over there, and we thought there was some people in there with us, but it was pitch black. So the discrepancy was about part of Para, and I thought it was like that film that Arnold Schwarzenegger did, you know, where he's on Mars. Plato came out of him, yeah? Plato, yeah? Jenny. Anyway, we went down to the local pub at Wickham, and about 10 o'clock at night, we decided it's Shrek. Anyway,
All right.
we decided we're going to go to Porchester Castle. So we went to Porchester Castle and hung around there till about 12:30, 1 o'clock. And then we decided, hey, we'll do the oyster beds at Hayling Island. Oh, Jesus Christ. So we drove over to the oyster beds and walked around them. And a few years ago, there was cults, the satanic cult. And apparently they were responsible for a lot of missing animals and even children. And it's never been fully publicised, apparently, in mainstream media what happened. But they couldn't get hold, they couldn't catch them. So what they did is they infiltrated the group with a couple of coppers. And some of the things that happened over there, I've been told. But at the same time, we're over there with whatever. And 2 of us, I mean, shooting stars go one way across the sky. Yeah. It's because the Earth is traveling at so many thousand miles an hour, it always sort of burns up to one way.
Yeah.
We looked up and Nigel went, oh, look, a shooting star. Oh, yeah. And it's Mark was with us. And Mark went, oh, yeah. And then another minute went by and a shooting star went the other way. I went, yeah. And Nigel went, that one's gone the other way. I see that, Mark? He went, oh, yeah, another shooting star. And I'm like, anybody that knows only entered the atmosphere one way because of the rotation of the Earth. And but you often see that over Portsdown Hill and so forth. Bloody flies.
And out the naval base then.
Well, years ago, Winston Churchill, right, used to visit the tunnels on a regular basis. And we've got D-Day tunnels coming up. Are you there, Paul?
No, I don't think we are.
D-Day tunnels is the operations room for World War II.
Yeah.
You've got the operations room in there, which would have had a balcony around it. They had the old girls up there moving the charts and everything. Yeah.
Yeah.
Winston Churchill was under Portsdown Hill when he declared World War II. Right, that's where he was. Now, for years in the 60s, Lee Park, the residents were complaining about rumblings and so forth in the hill, and the council said it was unfounded. There's nothing there. And it went on for years. Stop, then go, stop, then go, stop, then go. They reckon there is miles upon miles of tunnels under Portsdown Hill. Now, I didn't believe it until one day I went up there to see the theory, yeah? And I crawled, it's very narrow, crawled along an air chamber until I got in. And the electricity's still on there. That ain't been turned off. You crawl through and then you jump down, and the electricity's still on. And sort of open this door, look through, and these tunnels, woof, miles of them, mate. Yeah, and didn't go in too far because I was on my own. and you never know, do you? It's like you're on your own.
Uh,
Yeah. So if there's 3 or 4, it's not so bad. But I heard noises down the tunnels. There's people down there, guarantee that.
yeah,
But I don't know who, but the echoes suggested that they were quite extensive. So I just proved that they were there for my mind, for my sanity, that these people weren't going insane, yeah? But they reckon that's when they dug out more for storage of stuff.
right.
Um,
Interesting.
so
I think
yeah,
there's probably a lot more around there that we don't know about. Same as in London, isn't it? You know, there's bound to be tunnels that they could travel around London. You know, empty tube stations, isn't there? If you watch that program about London Transport or the London Underground, you know, and they go into the abandoned tube stations and find them, and you know,
Yeah.
Aldwych was an end of a line station, but it's not, because there's another station beyond there,
there's
but
another one.
nobody can go in there.
Yeah, bloody flies.
And they're saying that the end of the line when it's called the history of the underground, or the history of something like
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
about
Secrets of the
two
Underground.
people, the man and the woman. You know,
Secrets
and they
of the
went
Underground, wasn't it?
they went into a tunnel where there's the original train carriage there that would take Churchill backwards and forwards under London. So there's a lot more under there than we actually realise.
Yeah. Well, I know quite a bit more about Portsmouth. We're coming up just over the hour now, but
Yeah.
maybe talk about a bit about that next week.
Yeah, interesting.
Yeah, that'll give.
Try and look up about train stations.
Yeah. Let's all 3 of us do a bit of research then.
Yeah.
On hidden tunnels. Yeah.
Yeah.
That'll keep Luke busy for the week. Yeah.
And if we can get to some, then you know we'll try and find out.
Yeah. That's interesting.
Yeah, that's right. You can do tours around the London Underground, can't you? They take you to the Aldwych and the old stations that have now become derelict because they're, you know, not health and safety or whatever. But it's really, really interesting program about the history of London transport, and it's surprising how many abandoned stations there is under there. You know, and they said that this one was, you know, Churchill would travel across London if he needed to, underground rather than above ground, less of a target. So it's quite, you know.
Try and get the right sorted. That's a bit better.
We'll try and do a little bit of that next week, shall we?
Yeah, let's do some. That's what we'll do for next week, guys. Right. Next week we're going to talk about what we found out about tunnels.
The else out there knows. Please come on and.
I'm actually on a bit of a winner here because I know quite a bit already. Because I've spoken to quite a few security guards that used to work in them. And
I can tell you about 2 very, very special tunnels I know of.
Yeah.
Very special tunnels. Not too far away either.
Right, I'm going to end the live before Paul gets out of order here.
And don't go to the Spearmint Rhino either.
Guys, that's the hour. I'm going to try and keep it to the hour. I've just overrun a little bit. Next week we will be talking about tunnels. Not the ones Paul's on about, but just tunnels in the ground. Yeah, secret and so forth. Okay. I'm going to end the live now. Thanks ever so much for joining us.
Thank you, everyone. Samantha, it's nice to meet you.
Samantha. Come on, thank you so much. Please share the channels. Please share the live. You know, there's 20% of your friends that are going to be interested in this. Unfortunately, there's 80% that's not. But hey, that's life. Let's look
Samantha,
at
if you have anybody interested, Samantha, bring your friends along. You know, we take up to 6 people on here, but just bring them along and listen, or you know, come and contribute to to the Paranormal Monday Live.
Yeah, you're always welcome on here. Yeah, please do. Please do. And I mean, share it with your friends. Share the video, share the group, see what they think of it. They may not like it, may not be for them. But
Yeah.
Yeah. What was I going to say then? Oh, it's gone. It's gone.
Goodbye, probably.
It's gone. Yeah.
Till
Thanks
next week.
for joining us, guys. Gonna end the live there. Thank you ever so much.
Thank you. Have a good week, everybody.